Todd, immigration has been a key issue for your organization. It came up in a couple of ways last night. I'm wondering, what were the key moments in last night's debate for you? Any quotable moments that you're going to use to drive your message from here?
You know, we actually didn't see a lot on immigration last night, which was disappointing. I think we have one candidate who's made it pretty clear he wants to round up and deport 11 million undocumented immigrants, 4 million U.S. citizens, wants to shut down legal immigration, and another candidate who's really looked to prioritize immigration reform, and we'd actually like to see her flesh out what that means a little bit more. I agree with David. I actually think Secretary Clinton came off much stronger on policy. I also agree with David that, you know, I don't think it's funny that Mr. Trump has made a joke about Russians interfering in our immigration system, and I appreciate him not trying to defend that here right now. What we want to see going forward is a robust debate on immigration reform, and really settle the question, are we a nation that sees immigration and immigrants as a source of strength? Are we going to close ourselves off to the world, which would have a devastating economic impact?
Yeah, immigration, homeland security, labor. I mean, it was like a vacuum of those policies in terms of the discussion.
Well, we still have two more debates.
Yeah. So what do you think the second debate brings? Town hall setting, which some argue will make it a little more difficult to go on the attack because you have to deal with voters right there in the room more directly.
Well, let's hope we talk about immigration. Go back, because for Donald Trump, he has policies that many Americans favor. We did a focus group and surveys in the state of Ohio talking with women voters about what they saw as important. Border security was very important to them, as was deporting illegal immigrants who are here committing crimes, as is defunding sanctuary cities. Three things that Donald Trump talks about that helps win him voters amongst women voters, particularly in the state of Ohio, or at least that's where we did our focus group work. So to suggest that he can't talk about the immigration issue in a way that attracts people is factually not right, and quite frankly, an area that the Democrats are a little weak on because they're not talking about it in the way that many Americans want to see our border become more secure and know who's coming into our country.
Todd, would you expect her to be more on the defensive in the subsequent debate?
I think David brought up two excellent points. And here at Ford, we support increased border security, and we think that people who are here and violent criminals should be deported. Now, what David didn't say, and what Donald Trump didn't say last night, because it is a political disaster, is his belief that we are going to be in the business of rounding up 11 million people. That's not conservative. That is terrible economic policy. It would cost $620 billion here. And that is a huge political problem here. So I'm not surprised that people don't want to defend that policy. I hope we do get to have a real conversation over the next debate in St. Louis.
Well, maybe getting through some of these birther tax returns issues means we don't have to revisit that in the second debate. We'll find out, guys. Todd, David, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.